Hi guys, this is Maria. Welcome to my channel. In today's video, I will be sharing with you my early pregnancy symptoms in the first months of pregnancy. Also, I will be sharing with you some of the pregnancy shopping, some of the things that happened in our life, and also just give you an update on what's going on. We've been hiding this pregnancy. Obviously, I'm a YouTuber and I do have my channel for a while, but with all the pregnancies, I kind of try to wait up until a certain time, at least when all of our family members know. So if you've been a subscriber of mine, you already saw the video of how we told everybody in our family, including the kids. I am a third time mom about to be. So hence, that's why there is a room full of toys behind me. So we are very well prepared for having this baby. So let's get started with all of my pregnancy symptoms. Early pregnancy symptoms can be actually easily mistaken for everything else going on in your life. I've actually had a chemical pregnancy between this one and my son, and I was that serious that I'm pregnant, and then it turned out to be nothing, but they did find a trace of pregnancy hormones in my bloodstream. So one of the first things you want to wait for is you missing your period. If you missed your period, then this time I actually gave it about 10 days after my period to check it, just because I already went through the excitement of, oh my gosh, we're pregnant, and then we weren't. So I wanted to, for sure, know that I've missed it, and if the test comes back positive, I can trust it. So, but there were several symptoms that were leading up to it. My first one is not the fun one, is the bloating. And it's almost like a bloating in prior to your menstrual cycle, but it's just a little bit different, and then you're just like a little bit more gassy, which is not a fun thing. And then I also had, and not a lot of you, if you're a first-time mom, will realize that that's what's happening to you. I had an implantation pain. Typically, I think it takes about 3 to 5 days for the egg to get implanted in your uterus. And I actually woke up at night with stomach pains that were so different from anything I've experienced before until outside of my pregnancies. And I was like, do I have a food poisoning? Did I get COVID? Like, what happens to me? Why is my stomach hurting so bad? And now in retrospect, now we actually know the exact day, which is the first time in all of my pregnancies, we know the exact date when it happened. And I know that that was an implantation pain. So if you had like this kind of pain, maybe you'll be able to go back in your memory and remember that. The next thing that is kind of weird too is the shortness of breath. And that shortness of breath is not because your baby is so big, it's tiny, but somehow it just happens for me. It happened in all of my pregnancies where I just have like to take a break, even though I haven't really gained much weight or any of that. It just happens. Well, then your breasts get bigger, which is very typical too for your menstrual cycle. And that's why I'm saying like the first 3-4 weeks of your pregnancy is really easy to mistaken for anything else, from bacterial infection to actually just a late period or having some kind of hormonal disbalance. And then after 4 weeks, that's where like the true symptoms roll in. I did have kind of like a stage where I went crazy for mushrooms for like 3 days. I ate mushrooms and prepared in a different ways, and I was really craving them. Then now I'm actually about 5 to 6 weeks pregnant at this point, and I have lots of food aversions, which for me, aversions are more typical than cravings through all of my pregnancies. Like, I actually cannot eat anything that is like heavy, oily. It just gives me terrible acid reflux. I blow up and then it's just unpleasant. I got like this, constant pressure. So I've changed my diet completely. And here's another thing that you might not, that's just me sharing the information. 2 of my babies prior preemies, I had both of my children at 35 weeks. And my second time around, one was hormones. I was a high-risk pregnancy, all that, and those hormones didn't do anything for me except induced gestational diabetes. My baby was okay. Both of my children are fine. I don't think I managed to have a almost a 6-year-old and almost a 4-year-old. So where was I going with this? There you go. This is another symptom, like losing track of thought. It doesn't normally happen to me, but with pregnancies, it just does. Well, anyways, I was gonna say that I had to change my diet drastically. And I also got itching on my ankles, like extreme itching that you cannot stop scratching. And I've never researched it before. And then this time around, I went and I researched. Chances are 80% of you who watches it have no idea what I'm talking about. It affects only 20% of women in the pregnancy, especially in the early pregnancy. And it could be hormones, just a, weird stuff happens to you when you get pregnant. You will see it as you go through this. But it also could be issues with your liver and bile. So I've actually changed my diet and my itching went away. So that makes me think that I'm actually going to do extra tests for myself to make sure that my liver functions well, just because it can get affected in pregnancy. There's so many things that can be affected in pregnancy in your body that you don't even think about. So I've pretty much been on a diet of, like, I have oatmeal in the morning, then I eat crackers and cheese, I eat some berries, and then protein shakes. I use collagen protein because it doesn't have a smell. My nose is in overdrive. I can smell like a mile away any kind of cooked food, and it just makes me nauseous. I'm lucky I don't have like morning sickness, and I've never threw up with my pregnancies. And another thing is that make sure you are all good with all your vitamin levels, because a lot of the times the morning sickness is connected with the deficiencies in your body. So make sure to eat diverse diet. Say I, when I am actually went away from my diverse diet. I just cannot at this point, like I'm about 5-6 weeks and it started about 2 weeks ago. I cannot smell cooked food. I cannot smell chicken, beef, any of that. And I can't even eat salads, to be honest, because salads have oils as well. But I eat like raw vegetables. I can still eat avocados, cucumbers. I can make myself like mozzarella and tomatoes combined. So I've been getting my good stuff still, but not in a cooked form. Really typical thing for this time of pregnancy is being tired, and I hit the wall at about 3 o'clock, which is hard because that's when I pick up my oldest from school, and I'm just like so tired. I want to take a nap, but obviously I gotta muscle through that. That's what happens when you already have children. But honestly, my first pregnancy, I worked, so I couldn't just lay down at 3 o'clock. So I remember that magical time between 3 and 4 is just like something I need to fight through, and then I'm all right. Neither of my previous pregnancies left any stretch marks on my stomach, and I attribute it, well, to one, genes. Genes play the important part. So if your mother doesn't have any stretch marks on her tummy, chances are you'll be all right. But I also moisturize like crazy during pregnancy because, again, your hormone levels are weird. You can get dry patches. I use shea butter because it is the best moisturizing natural ingredient you can find out there. I typically also start getting a little more healthy, like I stopped drinking coffee, obviously no wine or anything like that, even remotely. But coffee was the one that I actually gave up about 2 weeks ago when I started getting an aversion to it. And I haven't drank coffee in any of my pregnancies or during breastfeeding my babies. But yeah, I also bought a sheer moisturizer for my facial skin because, again, like skin does get dehydrated. It's just like your body will function differently. You'll notice like it takes longer to digest food, so eating smaller meals is easier. You need to drink more because you get like dehydrated easier. So all those things. All right, now I think I've wrapped up pretty much all of the physical symptoms. I'll share with you a few things that I bought, how we hiding it, because I've hid it up until about 12 weeks with all of my pregnancies very successfully. So my plan is to do the same with this one. So I'll share with you what I bought and how I shot. Let's start with the belly shot. As you probably noticed, I'm already in my pregnancy jeans. The only reason is because I typically wear high-waisted jeans, and they're just not comfortable right now. Mine are from J brand, and I think it's called Mama J or something like that. I actually do not like the jeans that go all over your baby, all over your belly, just because like as your belly grows, gets really uncomfortable and it cuts in all kinds of places. The only thing that I like that way is my pregnancy leggings. And I'm actually filming right before Christmas, and my husband is buying me several different styles from Prego leggings. I will link it for you, like here you can see the pictures. I've never bought from them, but they look really cute. And obviously, like, you want to still look stylish. Now, when I shop for myself, I do not buy pregnancy clothes, just because typically, like, all kinds of t-shirts, and there's certain styles that you can buy that you can wear throughout your pregnancy. I'm not big on like muumuu dresses or any of those tops, because I don't see the reason for them. But here's a few things that I bought for myself. I got myself a few t-shirts, kind of like the one that I'm wearing. It's a little bit bigger and flowier, so when my belly pops out, it will nicely stretch on it. This was from actually Karl Lagerfeld, and if you don't know the brand, he was creative director for Chanel for a while, and then he created his own brand. It's actually inexpensive. The t-shirts are about only 20 bucks, and they look amazing. Well, I think they're 20 bucks on sale, but like, it still is a very good price point. Then I also got myself a sweatshirt. You don't have to buy this kind of sweatshirt, but like, this is so cute, and it's so soft. It's gonna carry me, and it's a little longer, so it's gonna hit me right below the hip, cover up a bit of my booty and a bit of my belly. So this will stay with me probably up until like the end of second trimester, and I can wear it after. That's why I don't buy specifically pregnancy clothing, because then you can't wear it afterwards. And I also bought this long flowy shirt that is going to, so first I'm going to wear it just by itself with the leggings, and then as my belly gets bigger and I can button it, I'll layer it with a t-shirt, and it makes for a really cute look as well. So I am going to do like a try on for you guys as I accumulate more stuff to get you ideas for pregnancy styles. So if you like this video, make sure to give me a like, subscribe to my channel for all kinds of mommy content. If you're not the first time mom, check out most of my playlists are devoted to kids, Montessori at home, activities for children, and all that good stuff. And now I'm like creating a whole new section, because pregnancy is something that is part of my life today. And of course, my channel reflects it. All right, I hope to see you soon. Bye.